Welcome to United Sauce and Ringers, baby. Let's do this. I'm Dominic. He's Najee. We're going to have a good time tonight. Chelsea, see you later. Peace. What's going on? Hello, YouTube world, Twitter world, in your kitchen world, making a cup of tea. What did I have for dinner tonight? I had a nice little egg noodles. Lovely while I was watching the Chelsea game.
I've never had
egg
that,
noodles, man. It was fresh. It was egg noodles with some ham. My wife made it. It was unreal, and it made it so much sweet. I didn't need any sauce because I was watching the Chelsea game. That's all the sauce I needed, man. It was just, it was just beautiful.
So gassed.
I literally, guys, welcome to United Sauce and Wingers. We're gonna have a good time tonight. We're here to talk about the Chelsea madness. We're here to talk about the Wolves game. Cavani's getting a new deal. He literally played a couple of games. Maguire's getting backed by his captain. He's a captain of this ship. Is it a Titanic? I hope not. We've got so much to talk about, and I'm on a good hype today, and I know that you guys are too. So whoever's tuning in, thank you so much for tuning in. If you're new, subscribe. If you're not new, just get in those comments. This is interactive. All your comments will get read out because we always do that on this channel. And it's just about good vibes. It's about good vibes. Sandro's already in the building. Yes, what's going on, brother?
Big up to Sandro.
Sandro.
What's he saying?
United has to win tomorrow. I said it in caps because I mean it. Yes, because I mean it. I freaking mean it. We go second again. The board has to act, and the centre back will go for the title. Sandro, I'm loving the vibes, man. I put a lot of stuff in caps. Caps make it. You know, either you're shouting or you're passionate. I'm passionate, Najee, man. We have to win tomorrow, don't we, Najee?
Oh, 100%, bro. 100%. I'm more of an explanation mark and a question mark guy. Like, that's me, bro. I swear it's mad.
Mate, honestly, first of all, what I want to talk about, right, I want to get straight into it. This has been a very interesting set of events here. I tweeted this, right? I said on Twitter, what is going on with this league? Like, what is actually going on, right? We've got ourselves who drew, and we literally bottled it in my terms. There's no way a team of our standard should not be smashing that team up. Based on the chances we had 5 chances, they had 2 chances, Leicester, whatever. They got Barnes, Barn Door, all Brighton. Sounds like a flicking umbrella. I don't know what's going on, right? Liverpool, 1-1. Tottenham, 1-1. Leicester, obviously, we drew them. Chelsea, 1-1. Like, honestly, no one wants this heat. No one wants to win this Premier League. Liverpool can't even go in and get some points, bro. What's happening?
Did you see Sam Allardyce's comments, fam?
What did he say?
About let me get it for you quickly, because bro, honestly, I was dying.
What's Sandro? Where you get those? Sandro? Solskjaer's low key wanting to keep Cavani until 2022. Oh, interesting. Do you think he's trying to do a madness like that? He's trying to like just keep him there nice until we get Haaland. That's interesting. That might be a thing. Owen, what's going on, my man? A chance to go second, say no more. Dropping points to make things exciting. I see. Yeah, you know what? It could be that because I'm sorry, there's far too many people and teams dropping points. No one wants to pull away. Oh, I feel like there's something bad in what I just said there, some sort of innuendo, but I'm going to move on from that. No one wants to really pull away. Sufan, can we just take a few seconds to laugh at Chelsea? You know what?
You're on a mad one tonight, bro. You're on a mad one tonight.
Sorry.
You do not care.
Laughing is contagious. Sorry, man. I just.
Oh. You know what though? Like, with Sufyan saying that, bro. Like, I know everyone's been sleeping on Aston Villa. I've been keeping one eye on him, because a lot of people haven't been noticing that they've had 2 games in hand on us,
Mate, honestly, Aston Villa.
If they won them all, I would have been vexed. If they won them all, I would have been vexed.
They could be a seriously dark horse. Sandro, Lampard doesn't win again. English press tomorrow will be like, United ready to sack Ollie. Put some. Honestly, like, it's weird, isn't it? Because I've seen a lot of GIFs. I've seen a lot of like cartoon images of Lampard, but it's like a completely like it's some guy who's absolutely bald, tattered. He looks bored. And I'm like, I feel sorry for Lampard, but I'm actually being serious, Najee. Who's got the most pressure right now? Because it's not Ollie. I honestly think it's Lampard.
Under the radar, it has to be Lampard, because he's spent over 250 million this year on forwards, and I like to say forwards. I like to include cam positions as well when I say forwards. Yeah, forward thinking. He spent 250 million on them bad boys, bro. Like, I saw something mad earlier. It was weird. It said something about 72 million players keep in mind, if anyone ever cost £72 million, don't buy them. One was Kepa, one was Kai Havertz, and one was Pepe. I was like, mad. So if you ever see a person going for 72 million, you need to stay away, mate.
You know what I call Kai Havertz now? I call him Kai Head Hurts because this guy ain't playing. This guy ain't for real. Honestly, the amount of like people that are bigging up Kai, he's the one. We got to get him 90 million, 80 million. You've got Werner. Werner. What is Werner doing?
Werner's a mess right now. I don't even care. He's a mess. I feel sorry for him because a lot of United fans are saying, yeah, we should get him. But I was thinking, nah, mate, I never seen a good German striker make it in the Premier League. I've never seen it. It's always a test. Yeah. And from time Werner's complaining, saying, oh, it's quite physical and, it's difficult and I got to get used to it. From time he's saying that, I know he's shitting himself, bro. You think English strikers can come to the Premier and say that?
Honestly,
you got no chance if you're a German striker. I don't want to hear it, mate.
Honestly, even Sandro's talking about Mendy. He's having Kepa vibes. Did you see Mendy try? He just kicked it out to him and then tries to make this like freaking Superman save. I'm like, it's like, guys, I got this, guys. I was about to an accent then. Mate, like, guys, I got this.
Let's just cap it, bro. Chelsea right now are under mad pressure, and it just makes it. I feel so happy for Ollie because he's stuck everything out so far. I'm not saying he's completing the job, but he's made it to a bit of dry land where he can get his breath back and just go, you know what, let me just get my head down. So I think if he does well against Wolves, he gets the 3 points that we all expect, but no, his nerve is nervy. If we get the 3 points there, and then we beat Aston Villa, which fends their game and hands off as well. The next game is Liverpool, and I'm not going to think too far ahead, but I am as well. That game, the pressure on Liverpool would be mad.
Honestly, it would be mental. I'm looking at the table right now. Look, I'm actually blinking. Is this actually real? Liverpool's on 32. We got to talk about the Man City madness as well. Like, how's everybody getting coronavirus like that? What is it? It's like a flicking tea party or something? That's not right. What's going on there?
I feel like the FA will let them off though. Still, as always.
Do you know what I mean? But you got Liverpool on 32. You got Leicester on 29. Everton's on 29, and we're on 27 on fourth. Villa are 1 point behind us. Does anybody see what's happening? They are a dark horse.
This is what I'm trying to say, bro. Like, if you saw how many games in hand they had, bro, I think I tweeted out about Villa for about 2-3 weeks. I've been watching them, thinking, wait, they've still got 2 games to play, and they started to get performances. And I'm thinking, raw. So tonight they had to draw for us to stay fourth. So the fact that they've drawn now makes it look a bit easier. I don't know if you got the points tally now, which are refreshed, but it looks a little bit easier now if we win tomorrow.
Mate, honestly, I would never have seen, even with the coronavirus pandemic and everything going on, I would never have seen so many teams not wanting the heat. They can't take this heat, man. This season is one of those, it's like a bye season. People are like, okay, just go for it. Whatever happens, blah, blah, blah. Even this January transfer window, bro, this is going to be a different sort of window. People are thinking it's going to be like countdown, yellow breaking news. I don't think it's going to be like that, man.
I agree.
Chelsea should not be going anywhere near that window. They shouldn't be going anywhere near it. Do you know how many players they've tried to bed in and they can't get them gelling? They can't. They got freaking everything left, right, blue, green, purple, pink, and it ain't a good picture. It's not.
What is with Chelsea? Yeah, you know what? What is with Chelsea? I feel like they're just a bunch of begs with bare money, bro. Like them guys who aren't really popular. Yeah, they're not humble, but they're definitely not popular. But they got a bit of money, so like they try and buy everything to try and look sick, and they're still not sick. That's honestly, Chelsea, bro.
They got a keeper. They bought Kepa for what, 90 million or something, and then bought Mendy, and he don't look that good. I'll be honest with you. I'll put it out there. I don't see a lot of keepers that look like my guy Mendy. So you know what, true right to him, bro. Let's go.
I swear they got Peter Cech back as well.
Oh mate, that's the most embarrassing thing I've ever heard. What we saying here? So, what we got? Oren saying that we have a high chance of dropping points against both Wolves and Liverpool. Oh, Oren, why are you bringing the mood down, man? Like, you are right.
He is.
You are right that look, if we don't play the way and finish our chances, Villa is something to watch out for right now in the mood they are. But Jesus, Oren, man, we can get serious in a minute. Jeez. Carl Lewis, 1 win in our last 7 games against. Oh no, it's all coming out now. Why? How do we break this irritating curse? Wolves are absolutely terrible to play against. I know, Carl, Oren, I know. I tweeted out earlier this morning in the afternoon that the head-to-head of Wolves and Man United, Najee, it is terrible.
It hurts,
I mean,
bro.
it is shocking, mate.
I still remember when Chicharito come on as a sub and managed to make it 2-1 at Old Trafford, and I was thanking the heavens. And from then, I knew Wolves were an issue, bro. Chicharito was 2015 era, so Wolves have been an issue. And bro, that Podence and that Neto, my gosh, I hope Bissaka's fit because Bissaka's the only one who's going to stop Neto.
Honestly, I do not care that Traore hadn't scored in ages. I don't care because this will be the game where he's like, oh yeah, I got this, man. Watch my step overs. Look at my biceps. This is the sort of game he's going to take his top off and say, look, this is me.
Yes.
And I don't want that. I don't want that. What did I tweet out earlier in terms of our stats? Our head-to-head stats, right? Check this. Since 2018, we've drew, then we've lost, we drew again, we won the FA Cup, and we've drawn the Premier League. We have not beat them since 2018 in the Premier League. It is bad. It is bad, mate. And the thing about me, right, we have a chance to 100% beat this team. Okay, we know they've got some frailties, they've got some weaknesses, but it's just who turns up. Who turns up and wants it, man?
I think if Ollie gets, I think the last game against Wolves that we played when Bruno made his debut, I do believe that game was end to end, and the team that we had then looked frail, didn't look like it was gelling, was based on individuals. I just feel like this team is the only team I've seen since those poor performances from before that actually have a chance to grab 3 points against a very, very good Wolverhampton team. Although they're going to be fatigued and tired, they are hounders, mate. They do not give up. They nip ankles. Now they are literally like a Leeds, but more organised when they can defend and everything else. They do not give up. We can score one. I tell you now, whether you score 1 or 10 past Wolves, they will not care. We have to go there and score a goal and act as if we're 1-0 down. Score again, act as if we're 1-0 down. We have to want every
But we don't do that,
minutes.
AG. We don't.
I know, bro. This is why I want Van de Beek to start, bro, in that midfield. I'll be honest, because I think he'll make it happen.
Guys,
he'll get the balls out. Yeah.
Guys, if you're watching live, please hit that like button. I was about to say smash it. You don't have to smash a like button. Just hit it. You just click it. You know what I mean? On your mobile or your desktop, just click it for me. That'd be so nice, man. I appreciate it. Subscribe if you're new as well. Guys, we want to get into this idea about Wolves because the Leicester, that game snuck up on us. I was like, another game? I was like, gosh, I can't even do a preview.
Not ready.
I can't quick. And again, Wolves, this is a huge game. And this could be one of those games that we're like, oh my gosh, that game's over and we don't know what's going to happen. So for me, I want to get straight into it in terms of how do we beat Wolves? And we're talking from the sense of football, tactical. We're talking about how do we set up? How do we nullify their attack? We know they're going to play Traore. I know they are because they know Traore loves playing these sort of games. They're not going to put him on the bench and hope for a madness, right? They haven't got Jimenez, I don't think. He's still injured, obviously. So in your view, how do we set up and beat this team, AG? Talk to me, man.
In a big sense, it's going to have to be fire with fire, and I'm actually quite happy with the fact that not Lindelof's injured, but the fact that Bailly is still fresh and Tuanzebe may be able to play. I do believe. I know we all know Maguire's going to start, but if I'm going to set up, you know what? Let me do it on a realistic view. With Maguire starting, you have to play Tuanzebe just for the pure fact.
Well, not Bailly.
Not in this game because.
Why is that?
I feel like with Bailly, Bailly's the type of ball player that likes to control the ball with his feet.
Yeah.
And he takes a little bit longer to make the decisions, albeit the right decisions. It does take a little bit longer to make the right decision. I just feel like we need someone with a bit more of a tidy mindset at centre-back because Podence is a massive threat. And if you watch the way in which they move, I don't really feel that I feel like Bailly has one mistake in him and that could cost us in this game.
Yeah, I feel like
any other day I'd play Bailly centre-back, but I'm only making room for Tuanzebe because Tuanzebe won't be able to play on the right if Bissaka's fit. So that being said, I need Tuanzebe because pace-wise he's got it. He's a lot more calm on the ball. You saw how he dealt with Mbappe. I don't think Eric Bailly would deal with Mbappe the same way Tuanzebe has. That took a certain mindset and certain skill set. I think positionally he's much better on the pitch. So when there are danger areas, he's more than likely going to be in the right position. Whereas Bailly, he'll do one bicycle kick, he'll be out of position, it looks sick, but then the pressure's on again. I feel like if it was Tuanzebe and Maguire and Bailly, we'd have a big chance, bro. But we all know Maguire's going to start.
Yeah.
So
See, I know what you're saying. Maguire will start. It's literally like, it's like, I don't know, you buy a car, it's new, you know it's going to start. You know what I mean? It's just one of those, it's that guaranteed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's going to start. I don't care. But for me, Bailly played really good in these last 2 games. Like, he played very good. Why not use him while he's playing well? For me, Wolves are a different team to PSG, where Axel dominated, because their play really went through only 2 people, Neymar and Mbappe. So it was kind of like a man on man. With Wolves, we know that they've got players all over the pitch. They're not they haven't got really massive standout players, but their cohesion and their strength is built on all the players playing well. The reason that Jota's gone to play Liverpool so well, because Liverpool plays a team, and so does Wolves. They play as a unit. They're no one just doing their own thing. They're passing, they're moving, they're passing, they're moving. So for me, I would start with Maguire, and I don't think AWB is going to be fit. I don't know, for some reason I don't think he's going to be fit. So
if he's not fit, then don't get me wrong, I'm not. I won't be angry if Bailly plays. I'd be extra happy. I'm just thinking based on preferences and respecting Wolves a bit. I feel Tuanzebe will be better. I do think they both do the same job. So either way, if they both start and Tuanzebe goes on the right, I'm gassed, bro. Because that right side, I'll be very happy with then.
I'm happy, and I would be well happy if Axel's playing on the right, because he's much more calm and considered, and he's like, he plays like he knows a right back should. You know, you kind of know how a right back should play. Or like when you're playing FIFA, you make a run at this time, you go back if you can't, you keep the pressure on.
Link up play, everything. The only thing with him, bro, is his hamstring. Apparently, is
really?
Reason.
Oh, really?
So I saw Ollie was talking about his hamstring, and that's why he hasn't been able to play. And it's a thick case of bloody hell. Like, my man genuinely is injury prone.
Yeah, I know, it's hard, man. Let me get these comments, guys. Oren, what you saying? Well said, Najee. Wolves like the counter leagues with better defending, 100%. Sandro, VDB has to start tomorrow. Yeah, Najee, literally, you got a T-shirt for VDB. You love that guy, don't you? He's a baller.
Yeah, man.
We'll talk about him in a sec.
Yeah, man.
Simple fact, because we need to keep possession, 100%. We are hella sloppy with Fred and McTominay. I'd go VDB and Fred. You know what? I completely agree with that. Carl, we need to manage the game well tomorrow. No matter how much we turn up, those guys will suck all the tempo. That's what I'm saying. They love to draw you out and make you tired and think, oh my gosh, I need to get the ball back. And then when you get it, you lose it. So that goes back to whose point about VDB Sandro's. And I know you talk about that as well, Najee. We have players, right, that can keep the ball. We've got certain players that are good at possession. We've got, I would say, Matic can find a pass out of nowhere. You've got VDB very good at possession. And you've got, I would say Mata's got quite good at possession, right?
Yeah.
But you've got so many people that cannot complete a pass. Bruno, terrible. Scott McTominay, terrible. Fred, terrible. Their pass completions are terrible. But I don't mind it, because you've got Bruno who's trying to find that pass. You've got Fred who's just breaking up play. Do you see that last game? He broke up so much play. So
his pass to Rashford when he just smashed it at Schmeichel, that was a sensational pass. I never had an assist, but again, I think he's been doing a lot of work with Carrick, hasn't he? After games, I saw the little comment he made about doing training after sessions with Carrick, and I feel like that little pass there shows it's improving. And if a player is going to want to improve that much for the team, I believe he deserves a start. And I think with you saying Bruno's passing rate and not being great, I agree. And I think the only difference that we all know with Bruno is that the types of passes he makes is the killer pass. And it doesn't really come off all the time. His short-range passing's fine, everything else. His long-range passing, I don't think he's got it in his locker when it comes to switching play. I've seen him misplace them so many times. He's not a Pogba. And this is why I think we'll miss Pogba. But I feel Pogba comes on against Wolves if we're 1-0 up in the 60th minute.
So you're not starting Pogba? You don't think Pogba's going to start then?
Only for the simple fact that when I want Pogba to play, I want him to play in the CDM role. I just feel because Wolves are very good as a team, Pogba does lose the ball often. You'll see him lose the ball. When he's got his back towards the way we're attacking, he loses the ball. He likes the possession. He likes to knock it. Wolves are a very tight, compact team when it comes to them pressing. And when they're defending, they're quite open, but they defend from the front. Yeah. So I feel just for that, I think Pogba comes on as the bench, on the bench. If he starts, I don't mind. I'm just putting respect on Wolves. That's fine.
Let's talk about this now, actually, because people are talking about, fans talking about players, basically. Tell me your lineup, Najee. Tell me, because I'll be honest with you. I've made a couple of lineups recently, and I've been basically Morpheus for Matrix. I've got them nearly basically right. You know, you do what you got to do. You tell me what. Don't tell me what you think Ollie will do. Actually, you know what? Let me think about this. Should I get what Ollie will do or what you want to do? Let's go with what Ollie will do. What you think Ollie will do, because what you would do, it's, you know what I mean? We're not the manager. We're just flicking lovely fans. You know what I mean? So tell me what you think Ollie's going to do for this game.
Wouldn't be surprised if he starts Dean Henderson, because you'll say De Gea played the other day, blah, blah, blah. But I think De Gea starts. I think Bissaka goes right back. I think Maguire goes left centre back. I believe Bailly plays. If Lindelof is injured, I mean, he was begging for Lindelof to play today. You can see in his comments.
He'll play him on a stretcher.
I wasn't happy. Yeah,
he'll play him on a stretcher.
He'll lie him down on the 18-yard box and be like, keep him on side.
Lindelof be on a stretcher. They'll be like,
I think, I hope he doesn't start, bro. But I think it would be Bailly. Personally, I want Tuanzebe, as I said, but I think it would be Bailly. Bissaka right back. I think he'll go Luke Shaw left back, because he'll be able to keep up with Traore in terms of his positional awareness, a bit better than Tellez. Tellez would like to bomb on. We can't give Traore too much space if he does start and play. Centre midfielders, I think he's going to go Fred McTominay. I hope that he goes Van der Beek, Fred. We know that's not going to happen, so I do hope as a second alternative that he goes Matic and Pogba. That's what I would hope he does, Matic, Pogba, but I don't think that's going to be. I think it's going to be a Fred and McTominay. Then obviously Bruno's going to be in the 10, quite evidently. Rashford will be on the left wing. I think he may start Greenwood on the right, and I think ultimately he may go with Cavani as a striker, because I know Rashford may be injured, and if he is injured, it'll be Martial on the left, Cavani centre. Cavani is a striker, and Greenwood on the right.
All right, this is interesting, right? Because we've got Sandro saying, "Should we go with diamond?" You know, I'll be honest with you. I don't think we're ready for the diamond. If we played as a team, we could play different formations. But at the moment, we don't know how to play. We are going to play what we know. So let's just stick to 4-2-3-1. Ollie's come out and said, "Look, most times we play 4-2-3-1. Shut up," to the reporters. So you know what? See you later. Oren's saying it'll be David Gea, Axel Bay, Maguire, Tellez, Matic, Fred, Pogba, Bruno, Martial, Greenwood. Yeah, it could be. It could be. What else we got? ADB won't start. Yeah, we did confirm it today. You're right. Carl's saying that Ollie will pick DG, David Gea. If you Brandon, I don't know about Brandon, man.
He hasn't had no game time.
No, he's had no game time, and I just personally don't rate him. I feel like they gave him a contract after 2 games, and don't get me wrong, he's young, he could become good, but we're giving contracts for just like looking like giving someone a week. You know what I mean? I'm like,
get him on loan, man. Get him on loan. Take him to Southampton. Take him to Burnley. Let him play there. Bam.
Yeah, I don't know. For me, your points are, bang on, man. I'll do the same thing. I think for me, it depends, right? If we want to play a possession game, which we're not good at, we have to play Van der Beek. Right? We're not good at possession. When have we ever been good at possession in the last 8 years? Apart from Van Gaal, when we had about 10 million 0-0s and draws, that's when we were good at possession. When we had Dave Blind and we had that nice, everybody's passing, but no one knew where to shoot. We don't play possession football anymore, bro. We don't.
No, it hurts, man. It hurts. We're counter-attacking. I mean, if we're going to counter that Wolves team, we need to play from CDM onwards.
Do you think we need to set up, right, with McFred playing, but having the license to go forward, or set up with McFred playing what they did last game, where they haven't got a license to go forward, they need to defend? Because that's the big difference. It wouldn't be an issue so much with McTominay driving forward, for the simple fact that the spaces would be there just beyond their midfield. However, Wolves are a better defensive team than Leeds. In order for McTominay to shine like he did, he needed absolutely no one around. It was like every time he was breaking, he had to beat one man and everything was blessed. He had all the room to make the biggest passes. He had big 10-yard spaces to make easy little passes. He won't have that room, and this is why Van der Beek will be the one to put the ball through the middle with a pass. He'll be able to set off the counters or the attacking threat with one pass, which would hopefully, in my opinion, force Wolverhampton back a little bit, because they'll be like, shit, they keep getting back. Then when Nuno has plan A goes out the window, it becomes a struggle because the whole team start collapsing. Then you're going to need penetration from CDM. It's true, and this is a good point, Ahmed. You know what? Because Ollie does lie a lot, you know. You never know, and he does do things we wouldn't actually suspect. Brand has had any game time, and he'll start him just like he did Dan James. It's a very good point, you know. I can't keep up with Ollie, man. I feel like Ollie's in bed sometimes, and he's just like, you know what? I'm gonna start Brandon. All right, night. You know what I mean? Just, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Sometimes I think he's just like, you know.
I feel like he lies there with his missus, with his pajamas, old school pajamas, glasses, slippers.
What, Ollie on it? Ollie
on with his glasses, reading a book on flipping on on shares and holders, and then he literally bare silent for about half an hour, and then he just stops and takes his glasses off and goes, "Babe, I'm gonna start Brandon tomorrow." Puts his glasses back on and carries on, bro.
I just carries on. Like autobiography on Ollie, innit? Like I'm thinking, honestly, like I'm just, you know what? It's crazy. I feel like no matter what team we play, we're never going to play Greenwood as a centre forward, which I would love because he's a centre forward. He can't score at the moment. For me, he's useless on the right. We shouldn't see Dan James again until we play Leeds again. We shouldn't see Dan James until we play Leeds again. All right, so he can just warm up for that game.
Oh, that's a bio, bro. That's a bio. Wait. No, let's stop, bro. Wait. You just said we shouldn't see Dan James until we play Leeds again. You're bad, boy. You're bad.
I'm just being serious. Like, we've got a lot of games in between now. I might be being a bit extra, but look, my point is, we did the Dan James experiment, playing him twice. Look, don't try your luck twice, man. Fool me once, but fool me twice. He tried to play him twice after he played that first good game against Leeds. It didn't work. Look, I shouldn't see Dan James. We shouldn't see Greenwood unless he's playing up front as a lone striker. Probably not going to happen because we're playing Cavani, who's playing very well. Rashford's injured apparently. ADB's injured. So look, we've got people to play. We've got Mata, who links up with Bruno very well. We've got Pogba, we've got Van de Beek, and we've got Fred. I don't think we need to got McTominay in this game. Wolves are not one of those teams that are really good in the air and really like battling you for everything. And we need to. They're skillful. They pass the ball around, and they're old school Nuno sort of ball. So for me, we could play a lot of different players, but it's all about the mentality, mate. It's all about how we go forward.
You're going to need experience. Cavani on that pitch with Bruno is going to be the difference. And this is why, half of me thinks that putting Eric Bailly centre-back is going to be perfect. Putting Matic on that pitch is going to be perfect. Experience, quality passing. If he played a team close to the Everton team, that beat Everton and not nullified them, I think that's the strongest type of team you're going to find that can nullify that Wolverhampton team. Bear in mind, they are going to be tired because they've just played yesterday and then they're going to play tomorrow.
Yeah, we've played a team, though, before that was really tired. I can't remember who it was, and we lost. Who was really tired? And Tottenham, I think. Was it Tottenham? It was some team.
Remember.
And they were supposed to be really, really tired. We were like, yeah, we can get them. They smacked us up. So this whole tired
No
thing,
excuses, man. No excuses.
No excuses. For me, we're in a situation where we have to beat Wolves, right? A draw is not good enough. All these draws, I don't think there's been so many draws in the Premier League in one season ever. People just don't want the heat. People are a bit nervous. People score a lot of late goals. You've noticed that. There's a lot of late goals in games. And Wolves, they've done it before. They've scored against us late before. I just don't know. Like Carl's coming up saying, is Matic needed? When we move to back three in possession and our wing backs get to go forward immediately. So, I don't know. Like, it's just, it's you're 6-1 Spurs. Oh, don't. Jesus. Oren, you are on it tonight, bro. You are on it tonight. I love this guy. He's so good.
We're fatigued, bro.
He's knowledgeable as well. He knows what he's talking about.
Yeah, I rate him still. I rate him. Big up yourself, bro.
Yeah, I just feel like we're in a position right now where Wolves, if we draw tomorrow, I'm going to be doing the match flicking review saying this is again, what are we doing? Again, I'm backing Ollie for now because I can't be bothered to go on this merry-go-round of managers. This merry-go-round, and the other managers got to then get rid of the players the other managers bought, and the new managers got to get rid of that. And you're like, and then none of the managers actually like Manchester United. They're just a job for them. Ollie's the first manager who actually supports United. He actually supports United.
Yeah. That extra passion is needed, bro. Because when your chips are down and people don't back you and your people are turning on you, the only thing left that keeps you going is passion. If you ask anyone who's got a job out there they actually love, that they do with passion, on their worst days, their passion gets them through. It's as simple as that.
So I've got time for Ollie. It's just for me tomorrow. I want to be coming on the stream with you, man, and just having a good time, mate. I think I'm trying to think what I've got for dinner tomorrow night. But if we win, I'm going all out, mate. I'm getting barbecue sauce.
You're going in,
mate. I'm going in, mate. I'm gonna get the barbecue out of the garage.
Sauce and wings, bro. Sauce and wings.
I'm gonna be putting my hoodie on in 0 degrees heat, and I'll do some chicken wings in the barbecue. I don't care. I
I feel like you'd be reckless like Trevor of GTA, bro. Like just a hoodie, boxers, and socks, bro.
With my Ollie autobiography, yeah?
Yeah.
Honestly, you know what though? I want to talk about this because we know Cavani's going to start, right? And guys, if you rate Cavani, like this video for me because I am a big fan of Cavani. I'm not one of those guys to say that I was excited when he was coming in. The reason why I wasn't excited is because it was a panic buy. I don't like panic buys. I'm not one of those situations where if I'm on Tinder, I'll swipe left, and because I'm running out of time, my battery's going to do it. I'll just I'll be like, yeah, I'll choose you. I'm not a panic buyer person, right? So for me, when we got Cavani, I was like, come on, man. Like, if this is what you wanted and you're scouting him for 2 years, I'd be like, you know what you're doing. Luckily, it worked out, but it's not always going to work out. Igalo can't get a game. He's smiling on his training videos and pictures, but he's sad inside, right? He's probably, he's on like 300 grand a week. He's not that sad. But for me, Cavani is a massive player for us. But I'm going to talk to you right now, Najee, and I want to get your thoughts on this. Cavani's been offered a new deal. To me, this stinks of Brandon Williams. It stinks of a bit of Matic when we gave him a new deal 3 years, and we were like, 3 years? It could have been man. It stinks of Igalo when we gave him a new extension and we never played him again. Are we one of those people that are teams that are stupidly erratic? And we see, it's like when we gave Ollie the contract, he had a good role, and we're like, have the manager's role. Are we being too quick, or get him down a long contract, he'll be fine, he won't be injured because his injury record's terrible? Are we being too...
I look at it, bro, and it just reeks of Ed Woodward because it's not it's evident it's not football decisions. And ultimately, yes, Ollie can say I want to keep. I feel Ollie's probably said to Ed Woodward, yeah, I really like Cavani, I trust him, blah blah blah. And Ed Woodward's gone, what, you want to give him more money, mate? All right then, yeah, go on then, there you go, this contract. And I was like, no, slow down, like, he's got another year, like, let him play this year. I'm just telling you, thank you for the panic buy, he's doing well, I appreciate it, it's just a bit of feedback, bro. And Ed Woodward was like, pause. Yeah, all right then, 200 grand extra, we can
honestly,
we'll sort it. I'm like, what are you doing? Ed Woodward's a clown, bro. I'll be honest, him and Matt Judge have no idea. But so that's another story.
Do you think they're doing the Cavani thing, not Ollie saying, look, give Cavani a deal now? Because for me, why do we need to do it now? Why can't we?
Ollie seems to be more. Don't quote me too tough on this, but take 80% of what I'm saying. I believe 80% of what I'm about to say. Ollie seems to be a little bit more logical in his understanding of the game and players. I don't feel Ed Woodward is. Now, I'm not sure if Ollie's the one sitting down saying, well, this is a guess, by the way, but it doesn't make no sense for me because it's that bizarre that this is the only logical thing I can think of is the fact that Ollie isn't actually involved in players signing certain contracts. I don't think he sits down and goes, right, this is how long I want you for, blah, blah, blah. I feel like someone else is dealing with that. Agents in Ed Woodward. This is how it feels because it doesn't make sense for me for Cavani to be having a new contract based on the one he's got already. It suits who he is. And there's no way in my mind that I would be giving Cavani an extra extension or whatever. No way.
Why now?
Because it makes no sense. It makes no sense. If he has a sixth season,
give him
sick, then we'll give him an extra year because we can activate the other year. But in that year, I'll be looking to buy another striker. Or if you know Pogba's going to be leaving in summer, I'd be like, you know what? Cavani, I've got a contract for 2 years. We can offload him for 5-10 million to someone else and say thank you. And then we get Ronaldo because we can go, Pogba's definitely leaving in summer. So we can take Ronaldo off you. Because obviously United have already said we either want money or we want a proper big player. We all know who that's going to be about. So logically, you'd think, well, if Cavani leaves in a year, we're going to get some money off him because he had a great performance and we can sell him on because we've got a year extension left, so we can activate it and Ronaldo comes back. So, and I'm not even a football director, bro. I manage a charity, bro. I own my own charity. I'm a big and tall model, and I throw discus every now and then. Like, I'm not. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not that deep, bro. You get me?
Hey, he actually, if you guys haven't seen the Giacomo adverts, man, Najee, he looks like an absolute unit, man. I was watching him, and I was like, I know that guy. I was having a late cup of chocolate, and I was like, I know that guy.
Oh, honestly, appreciate it, bro.
Boogie vibes, right? Honestly, it's so true. If we keep using Cavani, he will break down. We've got a really huge knack of injuring our own players. Have you noticed? We'll play Lindelof with a back injury, Rashford out, back injury. We played Pogba for a crappy league game, and he was out for how long? We will literally Najee for DOF. I'll take that, man.
Come on, bro.
We're on a situation, right? Look, listen to me. I like Cavani. He adds something to our team. I said it on another stream last night. Cavani is a striker, which is why we are bigging him up, because we haven't got any real strikers.
Yeah.
If we got any, he seems so good because we haven't got any real strikers. Only strikers we've got is Greenwood. Rashford and Martial, for me, are not out-and-out strikers. They're not. They're very good players, but they're not strikers. And Cavani's proved that. So if we actually get a real good striker, don't get me wrong, getting strikers is hard. Come on, the likes of Lewandowski, he's not just going to come over to us after he's winning championship after championship.
Never.
That guy's got more flicking attitude than flicking Moesha. I don't know if you remember that, Moesha. Like, honestly, these strikers aren't always just going to say, I want to come and play for Manchester United, even though I'm winning loads of trophies and I'm paying for big teams too. We have to realise that Cavani's playing well now, but with his injury record, we could sign him, give him an extra contract for no reason tomorrow, and he's out for the next 6 months.
There you go.
You've got to look at his injury record and how long he's played, his age. And I'm not talking about his age basically saying he's old, but as you get older, your muscles get stretched. They get shorter. And if that happens, you know for a fact that you might not be able to play the game. So for me, I want to send an email to Manchester United, which will go to their spam straight away. It will go to their trap, right? And I want to say, guys, doing a really good job with Cavani. Well done on signing him. Really well done from Dominic. But guys, can you just wait, please? Cavani's happy. He's freaking clearing off snow off his car like a bad man. He's having a great time, right? He doesn't need a new contract. He's happy.
Nah, he's blessed, bro. He's blessed.
Relax.
I just feel like with Cavani at the stage he's at, he's clearly happy. He's performing well, and I think Ollie seems to know that he's quite thin at the moment on having enough numbers to compete for every game and to sustain that standard. So Cavani is going to have to sit out. I know many people don't want him because he is class, but if you think about it, he's only class because he's actually been able to perform when he can perform. Now, it is a risk if you play him 2 90-minute games. I'm sorry if that hurts. And regardless of opposition, it is a risk because the way in which Cavani's been getting injured is because of the type of player he is. If you look at Cavani, his work rate is probably his 5-star of the 5 stars.
He's so good.
His running, the amount of runs he makes, even when he doesn't receive the ball at full pace, is endless. He will happily run for 90 minutes straight for every game, but he'll do it to the stage where his hamstring will pop, or he'll tear, or he'll be out. He had a little scare already, and this is why I think he missed a couple of games before he ended up sorting out the ban anyway. So with Cavani, you have to use him wisely, and you have to hope that the players on the pitch, which they're good enough, will be able to take the chances so you can go, you know what, I don't need Cavani for this game.
Yeah.
The players have to pull around for each other now in a way where they get the results and take the chances they're getting. Don't take them for granted, because it is literally that deep now where if Martial or Rashford don't take a chance, it will force Cavani to come on, which may force the injury. We've got to be that tactful, and I think Ollie has been that.
It's true, man. But I have to talk to Carl Lewis about this, because I respect Carl and he's a bad man. But I need to talk about this, Carl, because I know what you're saying. No, we can't crap on Woody for leaving Herrera contract late, but complain about extending Cavani contract early. And you said here as well, that can happen to anyone getting injured. They can break their leg tomorrow, even Bruno. You can't plan for future worrying. But this is the thing. For me, right, in my day-to-day life, right, I've got a job, and it's looking after a certain quite big account, right? I have to use the knowledge I have previously to make a judgment, okay? The more knowledge you have, the better judgment you can make, right? With Herrera, he'd been at the club for years. It was a mistake to let him go on a free, but that wasn't a situation where Herrera came for 3 days and whatever. Cavani's come for literally, he's played how many games? 5 games, maybe 6 games? I can't even remember how many he played, right? And not even waiting to him to play 10th game or 15th game, they're looking to extend his contract. With the information known that he's happy with the time he has on his contract, right? He's been injured for a long period of time. He's 34, so that means his muscles they don't recover as much as the younger person.
No.
Right? It's a fact.
Bro, I just had a maddest thought.
Go on.
It's an Ed Woodward thing, bro.
What do you mean?
You think about it. Ed Woodward, knows he's going to struggle to get players. He's definitely going to struggle to buy strikers at a certain price. The ones Ollie's going to want are going to be a certain price. So he's thinking, Cavani's playing well. He's my panic buy. What if we give him a contract that means, well, if we don't get a striker in summer and whatever, or the January after, we still got Cavani. Same thing he did to Aguero. And if he's doing that, bro, then that reeks Ed Woodward even more. This is a guess, hindsight, but it's literally something he would do.
Yeah, but I'll be honest with you, it's got to be something that's stupid because honestly, the decision is stupid. It makes no sense. Carl, I hope that makes sense. I know what you're saying. We're trying to give early, but this is too early. This is like when you go and order a Chinese takeaway and you put your order in and they come back within 2 seconds, go, here you are. You're like, you put that back in and cook it for longer. It's too early. Of course. Yeah. It's too early. Like, give it like 3 months, 4 months, see how his legs do. See how many
At least give him a season. At least give him 1 season because
this is what I mean.
Kyle,
it's too early.
I think the guy's got like he's got a year contract, and then straight after, let me read. Yeah, go on, read it out. We'll get back to it.
Apparently, it takes 4 goals. Apparently, 4 goals to get a contract extension.
Yes, Ahmed. Big up yourself, bro. I love that. It's so fact, true. Bro. And I think that's the thing, bro. Like, if Cavani gets to the end of the year, we can still actually add. We can extend his contract. It's part of his original contract, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it's part of his extended contract. So we can actually go for another year with him on what he's on already. And that would be blessed. Yeah. If he is pulling up, then you'd think, you know what, we'll extend it, but we're going to look to move you on in January with 6 months left of your contract.
Yeah.
See if you get to that stage and we may offer you one then. Like, you play it smart.
You know what, right? I want to ask you this as well, because Daniel, thanks for joining, man. If Ollie had Frank Lampard's board, we would win the league. We would be winning the league.
I swear, I think I tweeted something like that the other day, bro. Imagine Ollie with Frank Lampard's board.
You know what, right? This is the question I want to ask you, Najee, and I want to ask everybody in the comments as well, and I want to get your thoughts, because I tweeted this out earlier, and I really want to talk about this, okay? If Ollie wins the League Cup this season and finishes top 4, do we stick with him? Yes or no? And let me know in the comments all your thoughts. If Ollie wins the League Cup, so a trophy, we haven't won a trophy in a long time, and basically gets top 4, and top 4, like, and we're close to first, maybe it's 5-point gap or whatever. Do we stick with Ollie? Yes or no? Najee?
Yeah, man, I don't think, as I said, I don't think this team is capable of winning trophies right now. I feel like it's semi-final, final tops. I don't think.
Tell me if you did, though, Najee, man. Tell me the answer, bro.
Oh, if you did, well, yeah.
If you did win the League Cup,
you keep him. But I'm saying if he didn't win the trophy this season, I won't be calling for his head.
So you'll keep. So by the way, I'm playing devil's advocate here.
Yeah.
I know what I'm thinking, but you're telling me if Ollie wins the League Cup and gets top 4, you would stick with him?
Yeah, I'd stick with him.
And why?
Well, I'll be honest. I don't care if he wins the trophy or not. I look at progression as what he came here to do, and he came here to build a team. Ollie's job is to build a team. Once he's completed the rebuild and he goes, right, this team's ready to win trophies, then I'll start judging the man. Other than that, I'll be honest, I'm happy with what he's doing. I feel he's doing a better job than anything else. We're playing better football than we've seen under Jose, and we've seen under Van Gaal, and David Moyes, and Ryan Giggs. Something's clearly working. He deserves, to the end of the season, to go, right, get yourself back in Champions League and hopefully win the trophy. I do think we're capable of winning the trophy ultimately this season, based on how things are panning out. But I just don't think this type of season is fair to be judged on, because it has come around so quick and so unprecedented. Like, it's not fair. It's not a proper season for me. A lot of people are winging it, and a lot of people are having to change their tactics just to fulfill the schedule and fixtures. And I think that it's going to be who's a lot more clever with their teams and who use their squad better.
Fine.
For me. So yeah, Ollie in for me.
Let's see. So Nadee's put his point across. He's definitely seen something enough from Ollie to give him time. And if we see some sort of progress, Nadee's all for it. Let's see what comments saying. So Aaron's saying depends how comfortable the top 4 race was. Yeah. Daniel Lee's saying it depends on the points total. If we had 10 to 12 points from the top, that's progress. Vibes is saying yes, stick with Ollie. He knows the right place to get. Carl Lewis, I already know what Carl's saying. He's saying the Wenger era when we just top 4. That's a championship for us. Ahmed is saying, yes, you stick with him because that's clear progress. We bottled 3 semi-finals. Yep, just like Najee saying, we bottled 3 semi-finals last year, and who else would we even bring in? Now, that's a very good point, Ahmed. That point I want to pick up in a second. Sufan, for me, it's all about the points total half up. Okay, so we've got quite a lot of people saying that because we won a trophy and we've bottled so many semi-finals and we're finishing near enough the top in top 4 in a crazy league, that's progress. For me, if you look at it on paper, black and white, a trophy is progress, right? If you look at it in the grand scheme of being Manchester United, a League Cup isn't progress. There's ways to balance this out. It's one of those situations where the one that changes it, the changing point in this whole situation is, wait a minute, who's actually available that cares about the club, who's not been out of the game for 17 years and has got to remember how to flick coach a team, who's going to play the football we want to see, and who's going to basically be able to work with this board, because this board is tough. They've destroyed managers' careers. They have. Van Gaal is the most bittest man I've ever seen in my life because he hates them.
Bro.
And they hate him. So for me, I'm in a situation where, is there another manager out there really that could take us to the top and not need 3 years to do it? Because Allegri, I'll be honest with you guys, I don't want him. I don't want him.
It took Klopp 4 seasons.
This is what I'm saying. But this is the thing, Najee, right?
And fall back in.
There you go. So if it takes 4 years, do you think the Manchester United fans are going to give this next manager 4 years?
This is the thing, Dom. I think a lot of people, when they make it, it feels like a lot of people are making a decision on a new manager based on the fact they're going to win trophies. What they need to understand is the club is in no position with the board that we have to progress in the way that moves forward. A lot of people are saying Poch, and I'll use the same analogy for people. If Pochettino comes in and plays a style of football that is attractive on the eye and you like to see, and you're only believing that the style of football is the difference between winning trophies and anything else, then in my opinion, you need to go and do a little bit more research. Pochettino is going to come into Manchester United. Okay, let's say Ollie goes out. Poch isn't, let's be honest, just in case someone hasn't seen the news, Poch is going to PSG, by the way. But Poch, just don't want to burst people's bubble and they're thinking, what? You know what I mean? Like, let's say Poch or Allegri comes in and then goes, right, I've got Maguire and I've got Lindelof and Matic, and I want them, and Scott McTominay, and I want them, man, to play my style of football. He goes to Ed Woodward and says, right, I need new centre-back, I need a new right winger, I need a new CDM.
Yep, go on. And
then he's going to be like, yeah, sick. Like, have you got them? You got them. Yeah, perfect. Oh, I heard that you're doing well with the contracts and stuff. Like, we're close, yeah?
Yeah,
sick. Okay, perfect. Comes to the last day of the season, I'm looking at my watch thinking, last day of the transfer summer, thinking, oh, Ed, you got them signings, bro? And the man's going, yeah, man's signing Hulk, innit? Man's signing Hulk from Chinese league. Like,
we've given Cavani an extension.
Yeah, that's it. Like, we spent this much. What do you mean? I'm trying to build a team. And this is my point. Any manager that comes in is going to have to.
This is what Daniel Lee's saying. This is what Daniel Lee's saying as well. It's true.
He wouldn't, because any manager has to come in is going to have to want to, first and foremost, before winning trophies, build the team and structure. The only person that we have got right now is Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. He clearly understands, because he's a fan, that this team requires a rebuild, and the only way to do it is from the root up. Build the foundations, get the DNA back in, and I don't mean style of football. What I mean is that mentality, that fresh vibe, that happiness, that unique DNA that Manchester United have, that Sir Alex built. He's the only person who knows that. And the other managers are going to want to come in, see the label and go, right, I want to get trophies for this badge. And that's cool. I'll be happy with that. But if you want something something long-lasting, then you need a foundation. Best clubs have a foundation. Bayern Munich, look at them. They have a foundation. Barcelona, as rubbish as they are, Real Madrid not as much, but Barcelona have a foundation. You can't crack that foundation. David Moyes, the first thing David Moyes did when he came in was take out the backroom staff. He had a cog working already. He's going to take them out and going to put mine in there. Already, you're dismantling a perfect working machine. And then he gets sacked. And then Giggs comes in, does his little bit, whatever he did. Don't think it was enough.
About that, man.
And then Van Gaal comes in. Van Gaal comes in with his stubbornness and goes, right, the whole thing's switching on.
We are me, I was like, what are you talking about?
Like, what's he on about? Like, he's off. He's nuts, bro. He's gone. Lost his head, fam. Like, you get me? Like, I sign him up to my charity. I help him out, bro. Do you know what I mean?
Mate, what Tom is saying. I truly think this year we have more a cup team because of our defensive issues. If we fix those issues, we can truly challenge. What team do you know has to score 3 to 4 to even win? Yeah, it's defensive issues is a big thing. Carl, what you saying, man? We were able to win the Europa and the FA Cup 4 years ago. 4 years later and 400 million spent later, the League Cup is suddenly good enough. How we get it, mate? I said it right. The League Cup, people know the League Cup's not good enough. Without a shadow of a doubt, we know it's not good enough for where we are right now and for Manchester United as a whole. But I think what people are actually seeing is that where are we right now? What have we got right now? And what are we trying to do? I think at the moment, when you go to a transfer window, right? And you're like, you know what? I want to buy every single player and I want to sell every single player. I remember on FIFA, I always go to FIFA because this is real life, guys. We all play it. When you try to get rid of loads of players and you can't actually sell. It's like a cap to how many players you can sell.
Yeah.
It's real life. You can't sell every single player. Like it's just never going to happen. We couldn't sell 6 or 7 players in one window. It's impossible. So the thing about it, there's so many things we're doing at the moment at Manchester United where we're trying to get rid of the bad vibes. We're trying to get this youth process with Moses Caicedo. We're trying to actually figure out our defensive, what we can do as to defend as a team. We're trying to figure out our best formation. We're trying to put in Pogba, Bruno. We're trying to figure out how we play Van der Beek. We're trying to get Greenwood time in the middle. Ollie trying to figure out if his freaking backroom staff's good enough. They're not. Just let you know, Ollie, they're not, mate. Like, there's so many different things. So within the whole of this weird situation, the coronavirus and the teams and people drawing, in the whole grand scheme of things, the League Cup isn't good enough. But based on how we've been transitioning for the whole years, a League Cup would signify progress within this weird realm. This is why it's within this kind of artificial madness, what we call Manchester United for the last 8 years. Personally, Carabao Cup is not ideal cup to win, but the road to a trophy is legitimate and makes it more valuable. That's exactly what I'm saying. So if we win it, Ollie had to beat Don Carlo, Pep Escobar, and Jose Ferdinand. And this is what I said in the previous stream, Najee, that we're beating managers who are supposed to be the creme de la creme. Do you know what I mean? Bielsa beat him. Flicking Pep, he literally put 2 CDMs. We beat Lampard. We've beat we haven't beat Jose. That's gonna. We've beaten Jose before, but not this season.
I beat Jose before, but not this
before,
season.
Right?
Yeah, I've been playing him once this season.
Yeah, exactly. So for me, it's one of those things where we know we can beat the best teams. Now we need to beat the worst teams too. Do you know what I mean?
Correct. And I think I think a lot of people take for granted the manner in which you win. A lot of people, like, for example, our defensive record towards it, a lot of people getting a bit paper over the cracks with like, oh, we've got so many clean sheets and we conceded the less goals with that defense. But
yeah,
when I was watching this play, I was thinking, oh my god, we're lucky. Oh my god, we're lucky. That's a mistake. And I was thinking, the stats don't actually paint a real picture of what's actually going on. And what we're seeing now is the fact that our looks run out, and quite evidently the defense is a struggle. And I think it's the same with cups and stuff. I think for me, and I'm not going to speak for me, not the other billion of Man United fans out there, but I speak for me personally, bro. And I say, if I know Ollie's only coming here to rebuild in the hope that we get trophies at some stage after the rebuild, then whatever trophy he wins, if he wins trophies this season, I'm not going to expect him to win them next season. If he doesn't win them this season, I'm not going to expect him to win it next season. What I am expecting is to see a team that's performing the way it has been performing now, where we can make 9 changes and still dominate for 90 minutes. You've got to look at the small progresses. In order for you to be a consistent title-winning team, you need certain consistencies. If your gameplay, which is much better than last season, is consistent and you're able to go, you know what, we should have beat Leicester because we can look at the positive factors of we outsmashed them, we created the best chances, we just didn't finish. If you're having those kind of conversation and debates, it shows that you're progressing to a stage where instead of going, oh my God, did you see Pogba's flick to Martial and Martial put it top bin? We're not having them conversations because it's based on individual stuff. We need a team and a foundation, and it's clearly looking that we've got a team with the right mentality, or some players with the right mentality, that are adding value to that structure. So when that team goes on their pitch, they know that they're going to play a certain way now. They get into a rhythm, a feel. And when that starts to bear fruit and you start getting pineapples and nanas and everything on that tree and guava and everything, you're thinking, raw, all right, we're ready to go win a title now. And whether you win one or not depends on so many other factors. But when your team is ready to win, you won't question whether they'll be there or not. And I feel if Ollie gets us to there, then I'll be like, okay, let's see what trophies we can go for. So,
this goes here is right, because Boogie Bar is saying winning the Carabao builds the mentality of winning a trophy, no matter how little it is, and there's substance to that. It's big time. Look, if we win the Carabao, there's no one's going to be like, oh yeah, I'm turning the TV.
I like this Boogie vibes, you know. I like him, bro.
He's positive because no one's going to be going
mindset, bro. Mindset.
Trophy rubbish. No, we're going to be celebrating it, and we're going to be having some ginger beer, 100%. But if we put this back now to Carl, who's the element of a sound voice. He always looks at both sides. I can see this. What happens if he comes third again and wins nothing? Do we still back him? Like, give me like in the most, say with an elevator, it's a 20-second elevator, Najee. Tell me, do you still back him?
I'll tell you in 2 words. Yes.
That's one, mate.
Exactly.
Najee, tell me in two. I'll tell you in 2 words, Dominic. All right, cool. Yes.
There was a full stop. I forgot the full stop. Sorry, that was my second word. Yeah, shall I leave now, bro?
Right, wait a minute. All right. Okay. Now tell me in a couple of sentences.
No. Let's get it real.
20 seconds. Go.
People have no reason to not back him, other than agendas. So
I bet Kyle will have a reason to not back him.
Yeah, other than agendas. You have a manager that is clearly making headway in terms of building a team. He's the only manager who's going to be able to build a team. So win trophies or not, you're going to need a team that's going to be built. Any other manager that comes in will not want to build the team for longevity. He'll just be there for a short time to win trophies for his own CV. That's not good enough. We need a rebuild. Ollie's for the rebuild. Not here forever. Ollie stays no matter what.
I can see both sides here, because if we get third and don't win a trophy, first of all, third in the current pandemic that I call Manchester United. That's another pandemic going on, Manchester United. In the current Manchester United pandemic, third is good because we are so inconsistent. Our players are not finishing. We've got an interim manager, basically, who's learning on the job, but he's getting better. We've got a board that's not giving the players that we want. Coming third is good for me. That's good for me because we finished third last season, and there's other teams that have outspent us. There's other teams that have got more of a solid manager and a solid team, and they play with them more. It is good, but I can all understand outside of the Manchester pandemic that we are Manchester United. Third is not good enough without a trophy. So yeah, as I already said, we are pandemic FC. We're pandemic FC because we've created this weird labyrinth world where Manchester United, if we just become third, that's good enough. But I understand because we've got to work within our remit. We've got to work with the players.
No, I don't think it's a case of it's good enough and full stop. I think it's good enough for where we are, but we clearly want to be better, so we need to upstage the next season. I think that's where it is. If people just say that's good enough and put a full stop after it, then I'm start thinking, well, no, it's obviously not. Thinking if you're a person with patience and understanding of what's necessary and needed at the club, then you need to understand that part of the process means you get rid of the full stop and say, right, for this season, it hurts we haven't won a trophy, but the progress is there. And this is what we need to build on. So next season, we're in a chance where we can win a trophy and win it comfortably. And I think that's the difference. We can't be in a position where we say, we finished third this season, no trophy, full stop. That's not good enough. Like, you can't do that. It has to be, we finished third this season or wherever we finish. We don't win a trophy. Have we progressed in it? Yes. Are we closing the gap? Okay, what do we need to do next? Let's move on because this is not good enough. So let's go again. I think it's different. It's context. Yeah.
And it's so true as well. Look, we watch the games in and out. I don't listen to pundits. I hate listening to pundits because for a fact, some of the stuff they say, you just know they haven't watched the games. They haven't watched it for 90 minutes. They're like, oh, yeah, Fred's not been playing well for the whole season. I'm like, mate, you haven't watched the game. Shut up. You haven't watched it. Do you just tell me, put a T-shirt saying, I'm getting paid to be a pundit. I watch highlights of match today.
You're getting paid for being an ex-player. That's it.
I get paid for it. It infuriates me. But in this situation, it's a hard one because we want to be bigger than we are, but at the same time, we can just look at the season and feel it if with this progress. You don't have to always look at the position of the table or what trophies you want in the cabinet, because within this transition period, sometimes you just got to feel it. Have we been playing good, or have we seen enough to see that as progress? And at the end of the season, we can see that and talk about it. But to my final point now, because I was going to talk about Maguire, but I can't be bothered. Maguire. He's going to play every single game. Hopefully he gets better and he scores a goal next chapter. What is your score prediction for the game tomorrow, bro? Get your score prediction in, guys.
Well, I actually got the other one right before.
Did you?
Yeah, because I remember I said 2-2, and then the next morning I woke up thinking, you know what, I feel better, 2-1. Because I remember your face was like, huh? I said straight away 2-2, like, yeah. So
what are you saying for this one?
I'm just drawing on Mystic Meg and the Ancient Gods and Black Panther and that. Let me just get my purple herb.
Wakanda.
It's gonna be 3-1 United.
3-1 United. Okay.
Yeah, just
okay.
about last minute goal.
3-1 United. That's very bold.
You know them games, bro. You know them games where it's bare close, and then they're going to have a mad chance at the end. But we're going to hit them on the counter and just finish it off like 91st minute. Bit like the Man City one when Scott McTominay buried it, and everyone's heart just went, "Oh, thank God." I feel like that's going to win them games. So 3-1 United, bro.
3-1 United. Okay. I'm going to go with. You know what? Let me see what they're going because I got to really think about this. Ahmed saying
no hints.
2-1. Martial and Cavani lift us through. Carl's saying 3-2, so not too far away from you. Oh,
that's a very good shout. We can concede 2. I think this is the game where we potentially don't concede 2 games because we've conceded 2 in the last 3 games. So I think this game just may be the one for us where we don't keep a clean sheet, but we don't concede 2.
1-0. You know what, guys? I'm gonna go with. Oh, what's I going?
I feel like we need to score a free kick as well soon. I need a free kick going from.
Yeah, my only problem. Wolves are no flicking. They're a spring chicken. They're going to be all over the place, right? They're not like a Leeds who play one way. Wolves can adapt, and Nuno's a smart manager. I'm going to go 2-2, and I don't want to say it, guys. I want to be positive, and I am. But 2-2 only because we keep conceding. I know we can score sometimes, but we concede. The defense makes me sick. It'll be 3-2 or 2-2. And I have to finish on this point because it's such a good point by Daniel Lee, right? Reminder, when Jose and Pep took over at Tottenham and Man City, the team was already built with a strong nucleus. Ollie had to rip down and rebuild it, and that comes with trials and tribulations. Do you remember we had Sanchez?
Man like Daniel Lee.
We had Sanchez. Lee. Do you remember we had Sanchez on 400, 500 grand?
Right, bro, let's go back let's have a little game. Let's go back for a few players who we've got rid of that you forgot about already.
Oh my God, right.
You said Sanchez.
I'll go Sanchez, you go next.
Darmian.
Oh my God, how far back we going? Are we going like last 2 years or whatever?
Yeah. For whenever. Quickly.
Darmian. Oh Jesus. All right, wait a minute. Well, I want to talk about Angel Di Maria. I'm going far back, man.
Angel Di Maria. Okay, got rid. I forgot about players that you've definitely forgot about.
Wait, Putner. Alex Putner.
Oh yeah, we're both the same. It's the same. I like it.
Who remembers
Ashley Young?
Ashley Young. Oh Jesus, Lukaku, mate. Literally.
Oh my God. Fellaini.
Oh, Fellaini. Yeah, I'm going deep now. I'm going Overton.
Mine went Overton, but I forgot about my man from time. Oh my God. Oh no, Gibson was Fergie's era. I don't think that's fair. Fergie's era is a bit unfair. Yeah. I'm struggling. I'm
beating you, man. I got loads.
Falcao.
Oh,
Falcao.
Hey, what's that guy? It's not Valeria like a disease, but
the Uruguayan, and everyone's picking him up, bro.
I called him Valeria like a disease.
Oh, we've come a long way, man. And let's be honest, the board. If Ollie got his way, Rojo's gone. Phil Jones was gone. Matic potentially if there was replacements.
Welbeck here.
Yeah. Oh, Welbeck. Good shout.
Daley Blind,
another
Sylvester.
Yeah, but that was Fergie era, man. Fergie era. No Fergie era, because obviously Fergie's era is still good. What I'm saying is, quite clearly, we've had a lot to get rid of. Ollie wants to get rid of so many more, and you know it. And imagine, it's like...
they did. Do you remember Blackett and what was that other guy?
Tyler Blackett.
Paddy McNair.
McNair, bro. Oh my God! Wow.
Paddy McNair.
This is a madness, bro.
Do you remember who's that guy that we bought from? Guys, help me out here. He was in the middle. Nick Powell. Yes, and he scored that banger. He had a banger and then completely fell off the rocks.
Yeah, he's still playing though, I think.
Is he playing? Who's he playing?
Yeah, I don't know, bro. So like championship.
Nick Powell. We've made some bad signings, but
he's playing for Stoke City, I think.
No, is he not? Is he?
Might playing for my home city. Yeah, that's where I'm
Schneidlin, from. Mate. Don't forget about Schneidlin.
Yeah.
Hey, nice Schweinsteiger, mate.
Yeah, man. See what I mean? But if you look at that era post Fergie, so many players, and most of those players that we've said were bought in.
I know.
Now look at the players that were bought in, and look who they're bought by.
I know.
Clearly aren't the right type of players, and we've had to get rid. Ollie's had to strip back so much, and he's still got so much to do. So this is what I'm saying. If your hands are tied behind your back, I'm not going to start kicking you in the face. I'm going to be disappointed because I'm thinking sometimes, bro, you can still use that one hand to make a half-time sub and stuff. I'm not going to kick you down, which I'm expecting to win trophies.
But to be fair, to be fair, he's taken Bailly, which was Jose signing, and Bailly he's taken Lindelof, which is Jose. He loved Lindelof. He'll play him for a flicking heart attack. Who else did he loves? Martial. Who's Martial bought under?
Van Gaal.
Van Gaal. So he likes Martial. Mata was bought through Joe. No, David Moyes.
Moisey. Yeah, it was a good signing.
David Moyes players, you know. Flicking hell. Oh, mate, Wilson. Do you remember Wilson? He was supposed to be that new.
Oh, he was from the academy, though. Let's be honest.
Yeah, but he was supposed to be like this new player, like Valencia, the guy who just, you know what I love about Valencia? Like how he always.
I miss him so much.
His crosses was shots.
I feel like he did this before he crossed. Do you remember them older athletics games where you have to press square and X? Like that? I feel like that's Valencia before he crosses the ball.
And your finger would get retired. You'd be like, and your player would start to slow down. You're like,
it's like he's building up Super Saiyan or something, and then just licks the ball, bro. Like bang.
But only thing is, I feel like we've still got a big part of Jose's era on us. People are talking about Scott McTominay was basically founded by Jose. I know he did find him. Obviously, Bailly was founded by Jose. Lindelof was founded by Jose. Like, there's a lot of kind of Jose still in that team. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel horrible for Scott because I'm not his biggest fan, but I only judge him based on where he's playing, and I judge a person based on their 90 minutes, based on what they did in the game. I don't go, oh, this is what he did past, so today he did the same all the time. If it's something reoccurring and it's obviously an honest conversation. But McTominay is playing a CDM. If we had one CDM who could do that role, and then he had to play as a number 8, maybe I'd say he's a squad bench player, and I don't want to sell him. I don't think he should be starting. So he's on the bench. He comes on for Van der Beek, comes on for Pogba.
But you know what, Najee, man?
CDM. I think that's it.
We got to talk about this as well. Borthwick Jackson, that guy that never said a word.
Oh, Jackson, you know? Oh my God, that left back with the dodgy hair, bro. Like,
mate, we've got Romero, who was the best number 2 in the whole of the world. Can't get a game. He's not even on the list as a keeper, man. He's not even listed as a keeper.
I don't know about the harsh treatment of him, but bro, it's a madness, man. It's a madness.
Guys,
who's that out there? Ronald shot. Is that Ron? Did you say
Ronaldo?
Ronaldo? Oh, Ronaldo. Oh, my guy, man. Big up Najee, man. Big
guys,
up, bro.
Thank you so much for joining in. Please don't forget when you leave to like the video. It makes a huge difference. We want to get to 20 likes. So if you can help us get to 20 likes, that'd be massive for us. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new. We'll be back tomorrow for a match preview and a match reaction as well. We appreciate you guys so much. Good points. Like, honestly, I hope... Oh, guys, follow me on Twitter and I'll follow you back because you made some really good points. And I want to try and get a community of actually clever... not people aren't clever, but people that had sound comments and want to see the best for our team. So follow me on Twitter, United Source MUFC, and Sunshine47 for Najee. And guys, we'll see you tomorrow. Let's get the points. Let's just have it up, man. I want to get this going. I just want to win.
What time's it? 8 o'clock kickoff, right?
Oh, I don't know. I'll find it. 8 o'clock, is it? I hope it's at some point. It must be.
I wish it was 12:30, bro, because then Wolves would be screwing.
All right, guys. Thank you so much. Have a good evening, and thanks so much for joining again. Peace out.
Blessings, man.
We're still here.
Sick. Yeah, man. That was sick, bro. That was sick. That was good. Good interaction with everyone, man.
Yeah, man.
I feel
live, though, bro.
Yeah, we are still live for some reason. Yeah. Hello. Hey. Yeah, we're still here. Hey, surprise. Boo. What?
You know what? Let me just see if this going on. I love this, though, because now I can talk to more people. All right, we're done.